All right, so we're getting ready for a cutting machine operator interview.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. And we've got a ton of RoleCatcher resources
Absolutely.
to help you just ace it.
Yeah,
And, think of this deep dive as like a personalized prep session.
exactly.
But, before we get to the actual interview questions,
Sure.
let's kind of like paint a picture of what this role really looks like.
Yeah.
Like, what's a cutting machine operator?
Yeah, so cutting machine operators, they're crucial in so many industries, especially things like footwear and clothing.
Yep. Oh.
They're the ones making sure that those shoe uppers are, perfect.
Right.
That the fabric panels are precisely cut for that designer dress,
So it's not just pushing buttons.
Oh, no, there's more to it.
There's way more to it.
Okay.
It involves, checking the materials for quality.
Right.
Understanding things like stretch direction and fabric,
Uh-huh.
and, choosing the best cutting approach.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're programming those machines, making super precise cuts.
Guaranteeing that everything meets those really strict quality standards.
It's like a blend of, technical skills and like a little bit of artistry.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's a craft.
Yeah. What about the actual work environment?
Okay.
Like, where does this all happen?
Think busy factories or focused workshops,
Yep.
Fast-paced production environments where things move quickly. It can get a bit noisy and a little dusty, and you're on your feet a lot.
So it sounds like someone who really likes a dynamic, hands-on environment would really thrive there.
Absolutely. Someone who likes to be in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And you're working with amazing machinery, collaborating with designers, pattern makers, all these other skilled professionals.
Okay, got it.
Real team environment.
So we've got a sense of the role now.
Yeah.
Let's dive into, what probably has your heart racing a little bit.
Of course, the interview.
The interview.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can really help you here.
Okay.
It's like having that personal coach right there in your pocket.
Tell me more about this AI magic.
So this AI, it analyzes job descriptions like no one's business, finds any skills you might be missing on your resume.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. It can actually give you feedback on your interview answers and help you tailor them to each company and each role.
So it's personalized to me.
Totally personalized. It takes out all the guesswork.
That's incredible.
So let's tackle some of those common questions you might get. Remember, they're looking for expertise, an eye for detail,
Right.
and a really strong commitment to safety.
Those are key.
Yeah. So let's walk through some of those questions and how to handle them.
Okay.
One of the first things you might hear is, tell me about your experience with cutting machines. This is your time to shine.
Right.
Don't just list the machines you've used, go deeper.
Good.
Talk about makes and models, materials you've worked with, and really emphasize how much you know.
So it's showcasing not just what you've done, but how well you've done it.
Exactly. They want to see that expertise.
Right.
They might follow up with, what types of cutting techniques are you familiar with?
Okay.
Now you can show even more understanding.
Right.
Die cutting, laser cutting, water jet cutting. Show them that you're not just pushing buttons.
Yeah.
You understand the nuances of each technique.
So you're proving you're not just a button pusher, but like a real craftsman.
Exactly. You're a pro.
Yeah.
Now, another question that's bound to come up is, how do you ensure the accuracy of your cuts?
Okay.
This is all about being meticulous and committed to precision.
So how do you recommend approaching this one?
I would walk them through your process.
Okay.
Talk about calibrating the machine, how you measure materials, double check those measurements,
Right.
and any quality control checks that you do.
So it's not just aiming for accuracy. It's like you're obsessed with it.
You've got to be obsessed with accuracy in this role.
Right.
And don't forget, safety is huge here.
Yeah, of course.
So be ready for, what safety precautions do you take when operating cutting machines?
That makes sense.
This is where you show you're responsible
Yeah,
and safety conscious.
absolutely.
Mention the essential safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection. But go further, talk about machine-specific safety procedures.
Okay.
Like emergency stop buttons, lockout, tag procedures.
Right.
And how you keep a clean and organized work area.
So you're basically painting this picture of someone who takes safety really seriously.
Absolutely, for themselves and for everyone around them.
Yeah.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be a huge help.
Oh, how so?
If you're unsure about specific safety protocols, it can actually pull up industry standards and best practices.
Wow.
So you know your answers are spot on.
That's a game changer.
It is.
So you're not just relying on memory. You've got the latest information.
Exactly. Up-to-date information right there.
That's awesome.
All right, let's tackle another common one.
Okay.
How do you troubleshoot problems with cutting machines?
Ooh,
They want to see your problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
Can you think on your feet, keep those machines humming?
It's all about handling those unexpected things that pop up.
Exactly. So walk them through your troubleshooting process.
Oh,
Do you check for loose parts first?
Mhm.
Inspecting blades, adjusting settings,
Right.
maybe even share a specific example of when you fixed a machine problem,
Okay.
highlighting your analytical approach.
So it's proving you're not just an operator, you're a problem solver.
You're a problem solver. You're a thinker.
Uh-huh.
And get this, RoleCatcher's AI can simulate those troubleshooting scenarios.
Great.
So you can practice your responses
That's brilliant.
in a safe environment.
Like a virtual cutting machine to practice on.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect.
Awesome.
Now let's talk about your experience with different materials.
Okay.
They'll probably ask, what experience do you have working with different types of materials?
Makes sense.
This is where you show your versatility and adaptability.
Right. Because each material probably has its own quirks and demands different techniques.
Exactly. Each one's unique. So highlight the range of materials you've handled: leather, textiles, synthetics, and don't be afraid to mention challenges you faced and how you overcame them.
Yeah.
Whether it was learning a new cutting technique for a specific material or tweaking machine settings for the best results.
So you're showing that you're a quick learner and you can adapt to whatever material they throw at you.
Adapt and overcome. That's the key.
Right.
And guess what? RoleCatcher's AI comes in clutch again.
Okay. I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can analyze the job description and highlight the specific materials they mention.
Oh.
So you can tailor your answer perfectly.
So no more generic answers. You're showing you've paid attention to their needs.
Exactly. You've done your homework.
Right.
Now let's move on to a question that lets you tell a story.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot an issue with a cutting machine?
This is where those problem-solving skills come to life.
Exactly. Bring it to life with a compelling story. So choose a specific instance where you had a real machine issue.
Okay.
Walk them through your thought process, the steps you took to diagnose and resolve the problem, and of course, the positive outcome.
So you're demonstrating that you can handle pressure, think critically, and ultimately get the job done.
Exactly. You're a problem solver under pressure.
Yeah.
And here's a tip. When you're crafting that story, focus on specific actions you took and the results you achieved.
Okay.
And quantify those results whenever you can.
So it's not just saying I fixed it, it's about the impact you made.
Exactly, the tangible impact.
Right.
Now imagine you're in that busy environment with multiple machines going.
Oh, yeah.
Be prepared for how do you prioritize tasks when operating multiple cutting machines at once.
Okay, that's a good one.
This is about organization, time management, and handling a dynamic workload.
Makes sense.
So describe your process for prioritizing.
Okay.
Do you tackle tasks based on deadlines, production goals, or complexity of the cuts? Highlight your ability to stay calm under pressure and make smart decisions on the fly.
So you're painting a picture of someone who can juggle all those things without missing a beat.
Multitasking master.
Yeah.
Now, maintaining those machines is super important.
Of course.
So they might ask, how do you maintain the cutting machines you operate?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is your chance to show you know about machine maintenance and that you're committed to keeping them running smoothly.
Okay.
So share your regular cleaning routine, how you inspect and replace blades,
Right.
and emphasize that you follow those manufacturer recommendations for maintenance.
So you're showing that you take pride in your work
Absolutely.
and that you understand how important proper care is.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Right.
And you know what? RoleCatcher's AI can help here too.
Oh, really?
It can provide specific maintenance checklists for different cutting machine models.
Wow.
So you're familiar with the procedures.
It's like a virtual maintenance manual right in your pocket.
Exactly. Always there for you.
That's awesome.
Okay, last question for this part of our deep dive.
Hit me.
Can you give an example of how you improve the efficiency of a cutting machine?
Okay, this one's all about highlighting your initiative and showing you're always looking to improve.
Exactly. You're a go-getter.
Yeah.
So think back to a time when you identified a bottleneck in the cutting process. Maybe a machine setting that was causing delays or a workflow that could be streamlined.
Right.
Describe the problem, the solution you implemented, and the positive results.
Okay.
Did you save time, reduce waste, boost output?
So it's proving you can think critically, identify areas for improvement, and make a real impact on productivity.
Exactly. You're an efficiency expert.
I like it.
All right, let's take a quick breather. We've covered a lot.
We've tackled some of those common questions you might get.
Yeah.
And how RoleCatcher's AI can really help you.
It's a powerful tool.
It is. While we catch our breath, think about your own experiences,
Yeah.
how you would approach each question, and how you can use RoleCatcher's AI to fine-tune your answers.
Absolutely.
We'll be back in a flash with more insightful questions and tips. Stay tuned.
Can't wait. Welcome back. Ready for some more interview scenarios?
Oh yeah, hit me.
All right, so picture this. The interviewer leans back and asks, can you describe a time you had to make a tough decision on a cutting project? How did you approach it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about, like, judgment and problem solving.
Exactly. They want to see how you think critically, weigh different options, and stay committed to quality even when things get tough.
So what's the best way to handle a question like that?
I would dig into your experience
Okay.
and find a specific example where you faced a real dilemma. Maybe the material had a flaw or the deadline was super tight.
Right.
Share how you assessed the situation, considered different solutions,
Okay,
and
yeah.
ultimately made the best call for the project.
Got it.
And highlight the positive outcome.
Right. Show them how you saved the day.
Exactly. Did your decision save time, reduce waste, improve the final product?
So you're showing you can handle pressure, but also keep the bigger picture in mind.
You've got to have both.
Yeah.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can really level up your prep.
Okay. I'm listening. Also.
RoleCatcher can analyze that job description and actually suggest potential scenarios or challenges specific to that role.
Wow.
So you can tailor your story and show you've thought about their unique needs.
It's all about showing you've done your homework.
Absolutely. Preparation is key.
What about questions that go beyond those day-to-day tasks?
Right. So they might ask something like, how do you stay up to date on the latest cutting machine technologies and techniques?
Ah, the classic continuous learning question.
Is
You got to show that you're not just skilled, but you're eager to learn and adapt.
always evolving, right?
Yeah.
So think about industry publications you read, workshops or training courses you've taken,
Yeah.
even online forums where you connect with other professionals.
Showing you're passionate and you want to stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And speaking of staying ahead,
Yes.
RoleCatcher's AI can actually curate a list of relevant industry resources
Really?
based on your career goals.
That's incredible.
It's like your personalized professional development guide.
All right, let's tackle another one.
Okay.
What about the one everyone dreads, salary expectations?
Ah, yes. The salary question, it can feel awkward,
Yeah, a little bit.
but being prepared and confident is key.
So how do you recommend navigating that one?
First, do your research.
Go.
Use websites like RoleCatcher or Glassdoor
Uh-huh.
to see the typical salary range for similar positions in your area.
Right. Know your worth.
Exactly. So you go in with a realistic understanding of your market value.
No more guessing games.
No more guessing.
Yeah.
Then consider your own experience, skills, and qualifications. If you've got specialized skills or a proven track record, you might justify a higher salary.
Right. Got to know what you bring to the table.
Absolutely. And instead of throwing out a specific number right away,
Yeah.
consider giving a salary range.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
It allows for flexibility in negotiation.
Right. Keeps the conversation open.
Exactly. You could say something like, I'm flexible and open to discussing salary further based on the specific responsibilities of the role.
So you're showing you're willing to have a conversation and find a solution that works for both sides?
Exactly. It's a collaboration, not a confrontation.
I like that.
Now, get ready for when they turn the tables and ask, do you have any questions for me?
At the moment we get to interview them.
Exactly. This is your chance to show genuine interest in the company and the role.
Okay.
So come prepared with thoughtful questions.
What kind of questions would really impress them?
You could ask about the company culture, the team you'd be working with,
Okay.
specific projects you might be involved in. It shows you've done your homework.
Yeah, you're curious.
And you're genuinely interested.
Not just looking for any job, you want this job.
That's the key. You could also ask about growth opportunities within the company.
Right. Showing ambition.
Exactly. And if something sparks your interest during the conversation, don't be afraid to follow up with a question about it.
Okay.
It shows you're listening and engaged.
Right, those are all good tips.
Mm.
Okay, before we jump into the final part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
let's just take a moment to reflect on what we've talked about.
We've covered a lot.
We've explored all sorts of questions, technical expertise, problem solving, even those tricky salary negotiations.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, and throughout it all, RoleCatcher's AI has been there,
Right.
helping you identify missing skills, tailor your answers, and even practice different scenarios.
It's a game changer for sure.
It really is. It's like having a coach and a research assistant all rolled into one.
Exactly. The ultimate interview prep tool.
We'll be back in a moment to wrap up our deep dive into cutting machine operator interview prep.
See you.
All right, we're back for the final part of our cutting machine operator interview prep.
Deep dive. What else do we have to cover?
Let's talk about something that can make you stand out.
Okay.
Your ability to embrace innovation and technology.
That's a good one. It's not just about the machines we have now.
Right.
It's about showing you're adaptable and ready for what's next.
Makes sense. Manufacturing is always changing.
Exactly. New technologies, automation, it's a whole new ballgame.
So they might ask, how do you see technology impacting the future of cutting machine operation?
Exactly. Or what are your thoughts on automation in the industry?
Okay, so it's about understanding the bigger picture.
Yeah, not just how to use a machine.
But where the industry's going.
And that's where RoleCatcher's AI can really shine.
Oh, how so?
It can give you the latest info on cutting machine technology automation trends, even potential career paths that might pop up.
It's like a crystal ball for your career.
Sort of. It helps you get ready for what's coming.
That's awesome. Okay, let's switch gears a bit.
Right.
What about your passion and enthusiasm for the role?
Yes, skills and experience are crucial.
Of course.
But that genuine passion that can really set you apart.
It's about showing you're not just there for a paycheck.
Exactly. You love the work.
All right, so how do you show that in an interview?
Connect your interests to the role.
Okay.
Maybe you're fascinated by the precision of the machines, the craftsmanship of creating different products, or the challenge of making things super efficient.
So when you're answering those questions, find ways to bring in those personal connections. Let your excitement show.
Exactly. Show them you're not just a candidate. You're a potential colleague.
Someone they'd want to work with.
Right. And even if you're nervous, try to project confidence. Good eye contact. Sit up straight. Smile.
Those little things make a difference.
They do. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to say, you've got this.
I love that.
You've got RoleCatcher's AI in your corner.
It's a powerful tool.
And you've got the passion to succeed.
Believe in yourself and show them what you've got.
Exactly. When you walk into that interview room, it's about more than just answering questions.
Right.
Connect with the interviewer. Show your personality. Prove you're the perfect fit.
So go out there. Be confident. Be enthusiastic and knock their socks off.
You got it. Good luck.
That's a wrap on our cutting machine operator interview prep deep dive. We've covered so much, from technical questions to troubleshooting tips to passion and innovation.
It's been a journey.
It has. But here's a final thought.
Okay.
As you start this career, think about how you can contribute.
That's a good one.
How can you use technology to streamline things, enhance safety, or even create new techniques?
Be an innovator, a leader, someone who shapes the future.
The future of cutting machine operation is in your hands.
How exciting.
Keep learning. Keep exploring, keep pushing those boundaries.
I love it.
Until next time, keep diving deep.